Good morning, everyone. So, everyone, raise your hands if you've ever been late. Not because you were stuck in traffic, but because your car dropped into a pothole. Potholes are a daily nuisance we all deal with, and like most nuisances, we've learned to ignore them until they affect us. Now, here's the strange part. That same pothole near my house was repaired 5 times in just 7 months. Like, come on. At this point, it's not a pothole, it's a regular customer probably waiting for the sixth repair to be free. Honestly speaking, I'm convinced the workers know it by name. I can almost imagine them waving at it every morning, saying, "Hey, back again." But that's where the joke stops being funny. Because repetition without results isn't repair, it's inefficiency. Same method, same road, and same failure. So I asked myself a simple question. What if our roads were repaired at the speed our cities move? You know, our cities have evolved rapidly. Faster vehicles, tighter schedules, heavier, denser traffic, and yet the way we still fix our roads belongs to a slower time. In 2024, road safety studies across India continue to show that potholes aren't just annoying, they're risky. Even outside the monsoon season, uneven roads and sudden drops still cause daily accidents, especially for pedestrians and two wheelers. During the monsoon, it gets worse. Studies show that on average, more than 19 road accidents and 5 to 6 deaths occur every day, largely because potholes fill with water and turn invisible. You don't slow down because you see them. And by the time you feel it, it's already too late. Seriously, most of us don't slow down because we see a pothole. We slow down because the car in front of us suddenly disappears into one. What makes this matter even worse is how we behave. We joke about them, complain for a few minutes, maybe even post about them, and then move on. But for bus drivers, delivery riders, and daily commuters, this isn't just inconvenience, it's a constant risk layered into everyday life. When danger becomes routine, that's when it becomes most dangerous. And the impact goes far beyond comfort or convenience. For ambulances, potholes mean sudden jolts, forced slowdowns, and precious minutes slipping away, all while someone waits in the back. For police vehicles and fire engines, broken roads steal momentum when urgency matters the most. When roads fail, emergency vehicles don't just lose time, people lose chances. Now, here's the frustrating part. Most of these potholes were already fixed. So, why does this keep happening? Because the way we repair our potholes hasn't really changed in decades. We don't need a temporary fix, rather, a swift and lasting one, and it starts with quick drying cement. Now, hold on. I know what you're thinking. Quick drying cement already exists, so what's different? Traditional cement tests our patience. It depends on slow hydration over weeks, often taking 28 days to harden. That delay costs us time, fuel, and sanity. And if you've ever been stuck behind a line of cars and trucks, waiting for a pothole to dry, you know exactly what I mean. Quick drying cement is engineered differently. It gains strength much faster, is traffic ready within 15 to 25 minutes, and can still withstand it wholeheartedly. So, speed is not enough. Urban roads face heavy vibrations, loads, constant water exposure, and also temperature changes. Without internal bonding and durability, fast repairs can also fail. That's where epoxy plays a supporting role. It reduces cracking, improves bonding, and makes the repair behave like a solid structure instead of a fragile patch. Two independent research papers support this approach. One by Dr. Karen Scrivener and a team at EPFL focuses on fast strength gaining systems for rapid infrastructure repair. Another by Professor Yoshihiko Ohama shows how polymer modified cement systems improve early strength and durability. Both papers reach the same conclusion. When combined thoroughly and thoughtfully, performance improves beyond what either can achieve alone. And this isn't just limited to laboratories. In the United States, the Washington State Department of Transportation used CSA based materials to repair a active bridge, reopening it within hours. In Pune, the Pune Municipal Corporation used polymer modified cement systems for monsoon pothole repairs, reporting that earlier setting and fewer cracking. So if this solution works, and evidence as well as real world trials prove that it does, why don't we use it? The answer isn't a lack of innovation or technology. It is comfort with the familiar. Our roads have been designed around traditional cement. Changing standards and execution requires will, even when evidence clearly shows a better way forward. Of course, no solution is without challenges. Precision matters. Training is essential. Costs are often questioned, even though long-term savings are clear. They are not deal breakers. Precision can be improved with standardized mixes. Training takes days, not years. Costs come down when repeat failures stop, and smarter planning is far cheaper than fixing the same pothole again and again. We don't have to adopt this solution everywhere. We can start on one road in one small town or in one small village and scale steadily all the way up to major metropolitan cities like Mumbai. So, this solution isn't experimental, it is practical. It strengthens the repair right where traditional cement fails, at the beginning. So, I repeat the question, what if our roads were repaired at the speed our cities move? Yes, they can be. And they can be made to endure and be reliable. Not by guessing, but by choosing the right materials. So maybe, just maybe, we'll spend less time swerving, slowing, and stressing, and more time getting home with our family. Thank you.